A man spends $50,000 on over 100 procedures to transform into a genderless alien, and he plans to have his genitals, nipples, and belly button removed next. That's according to dailymail.com.co.uk. You can check that out at their website. They say a man has spent $50,000 or 40,000 pounds on plastic surgery to become an alien and could soon have his genitalia removed. Vinnie O, 22, from Los Angeles in California, has had over 110 procedures to transform into a genderless extraterrestrial. The makeup artist believes he's neither male nor female, so his extreme look is a way to mirror how he feels inside. This is really sad that he feels so empty inside that he wants to now bring that to the outside. Now, this I don't think is any excuse. People need to be responsible. But what I do see is that some way, somehow, our society has failed to help children as they're growing up to feel like a man or to feel like a woman. I believe this genderless nonsense has created a lot of mutants that people are now confused. What am I? And we have enough decisions in life to make. What am I going to be, a doctor? Shall I be an astronaut? But no, now you have to decide, should I be a man or should I be a woman? This is really quite nonsense. And I do believe that parents, by and large, and of course our society, are to blame for much of what people are now feeling, this confusion that people are feeling. Well, the article goes on to say, of course, here you can see him being transformed. He says he started with lip fillers at the age of 17 before having 2 rhinoplasties, multiple cheeks, and brow bone fillers, and more. The part-time model also wears large blackened contact lenses, alien-like talons, and unusual hair dye colors. Now he plans to fork out another $160,000 on surgery to have his genitalia, nipples, and belly button removed. I mean, this is really quite silly. The man could spend that money on a great vacation or something, spend it on continuing education, some way to improve his life. But because he's feeling so empty inside, he's trying to show it on the outside. Again, he is responsible for this. He's making these decisions, but we all live within a context. He's living in a society that somehow says this is okay. The society that says, yeah, that's right. You don't know if you're a guy or a girl. You can be genderless. You can decide later on in life and then transform it. So society is partly to blame for this. And of course, this is because we've gotten far away from God's word. That's really the bottom line to this. Vinnie said, I want to be a sexless alien being. I want my outside to reflect how I feel on the inside. The overall image I want to do is an alien. I want to be a hybrid, not male or female. I want to be sexless and genderless since I was 17. I've been going to doctors to see if it's possible, but had no luck. I don't want people to think I'm trying to change into a woman. I could live without sexual organs, so why do I have a penis or a vagina, he says. And then again, he is on the floor and in very strange scenes here. He wants to be genderless. I don't see why I shouldn't have my genitalia completely removed and have nothing down there. So far, I've had $50,000 in skin care and procedures, including 2 rhinoplasties, facial fillers on my lips, cheeks, and brow bones, all to look extraterrestrial. I do kind of look like a Martian. I have a really big head, no eyebrows, and I've just been connecting with that. People ask me how I'd label myself. I tell them an extraterrestrial, hot mess, self-obsessed. It's becoming my slogan. Vinnie started cosmetic procedures after feeling like an outcast while growing up. Too bad, he started as a decent-looking kid there before he went all crazy. He could have had a great future, and yet he's completely deformed himself. What is really sad is that he's going to have nowhere to go. One day when he wakes up and says, I wish I could go back, it'll be too late. And I predict that he will most likely end his life before he gets to age 40, because he'll discover that he has nowhere to go. He isn't anything. He doesn't fit in anywhere. He's made himself into such an outcast that he will probably end it all in despair. That's my assessment. I hope I'm wrong. He says he became an LGBT plus activist and feels like his look now represents his beliefs that people shouldn't be labeled. Vinny said, over the years, I've realized I'm not gay, bi, trans, or any of these. I just want to be me. I do it to inspire the world in a certain way. I want people to stop labeling others or putting them in boxes. Well, okay, sure, we can be cautious about how we label each other. But still, it's good to be a guy. It's good to be a woman. It's good to be this or good to be that so that you know who you are. And ultimately, God wants us to know who we are in Him so that we do have a label. I am a child of the King. I know who I am. I'm a man. I'm a man of integrity. I'm a man who follows God, and I do it courageously and valiantly. And unfortunately, the enemy has gotten us to a place where we don't take a stand, we don't have courage, and we fear, and we don't know who we are anymore. And this is simply one of the manifestations of that. Not that everybody goes this way, but this is showing that, of course, it is possible. When out in public, he draws much attention, which he believes is down to some of his unusual standout features and dress sense. Well, really, that's surprising, I guess, right? When Vinnie added, my large black contact lenses are a necessity. It's like my pearl necklaces. I wear them to walk around everywhere I can. They make my eyes look supermassive. Some people call it demonic, but I think it looks beautiful like an animal. Well, it is a very demented sort of beauty. Again, all these people here are plastic. They do not represent anything natural anymore, anything God-given, unfortunately. Vinny is joining the agency and TV show Plastics of Hollywood. He's pictured on the steps with producer Marcela Iglesias and Patrick Simpson. He says, also, my makeup is focused around looking sexless. I play with color a lot. There's no shade I wouldn't experiment with. Vinny has found the public are split on his look, with some adoring his unusual appearance and others hurling abusive or trying to physically hurt him. He said, some people absolutely love me, see me as a celebration, and give me a lot of compliments. I don't look real, and people love it. Some people have said they want their kids to be like me, and that I'm an inspiration for children who don't feel like they belong. Wow, that's really, really sad. Again, parents, wake up. Tell your kids what they should be thinking in relation to being a boy or a girl. This whole idea of, well, you could decide later, sweetheart. No, that's a bunch of nonsense. Look, if you have an X and a Y chromosome, then you're a boy. If you have two X chromosomes, then you're a girl. It's very, very simple. We can go and get a genetic test done if we need to. If people just can't decide what gender they are, you can go look inside your DNA and actually figure that out. And parents need to have some guts. They need to have some, I won't say it, but they need to have some courage to stand and say, no, you are a boy, are not a girl. Or you're a girl, you're not a boy. And then encourage them in that, help them define who they are so they're not so confused. This is unfortunate because now he's going to influence others as an inspiration. Again, very sad. He says, other times I've had shopping carts chucked at me, or I've been considered a sexual object by men and women. I'm not used to fitting in. I'm used to not fitting in. Even when I was 16, I was wearing full bodysuits and 8-inch platforms going outside in the day, so it feels very normal to me. Vinny is set to appear in the Plastics of Hollywood, a show that will house real-life plastic surgery addicts together in attempts to nurture their talent. He said, my goal is to change everyone's mind about human dolls. I'm trying to wake people up to show them that gender roles in society do not matter and show them that what we need to be better human beings and nicer to one another. Okay. The TV show, which is set to be released in America, will follow a talent agency that tries to help them achieve Hollywood fame without relying on their looks. Marcela Iglesias, producer and presenter, said Vinny is an alien new generation of new people who want to look different. In 15 years, hundreds of people will want to look like him. Boy, I hope she's wrong, but I suspect that she's actually correct. We're in an era where there's people who want to look like lizards, those who implant horns into their skulls, and people with full face tattoos like the guy in Suicide Squad who are working. We want to be the first agency who will treat these human dolls, alien dolls, and cartoons as a normal part of the society that we're living in now. We have all these people, these freaks, weirdos, and we want to make society understand them. Well, That's not a good thing. This is not a good goal in my opinion. All right. So Vinny's $160,000 surgery plans to become an extraterrestrial. He's going to remove his genitalia, nipple removal, belly button removal, forehead realignment, ear pinning, nose job, eyelid revision, jaw implants, and cheek implants. I think that this is going to usher in the stage where people, when they are confronted with the mark of the beast, that they're going to say, hey, we already have all these weird kind of people going around, all these alien sort of people like Vinny, and it's okay. You can be whatever you want. In fact, this DNA that I believe the Antichrist is going to make available to people will let you be anything you want. And you can finally unshackle yourself from the image that God created in you. Well, it's unfortunate. If you want to learn more about that, check out my book, Corrupting the Image, at douglashamp.com/store. You can check it out. Of course, I have lots of videos here on YouTube. Please subscribe and share. If you like this video, God bless you.